Hello, I'm Graham Butler from Curious Incidents of the Dog in the Nighttime, and I'm having tea with Wilma. The show is an adaptation of Mark Haddon's novel, and it's about a 15-year-old boy called Christopher Boone who describes himself as having behavioural problems, but I suppose the wider world know that it's probably Asperger's. And he discovers a dead dog in his neighbour's garden and sets out on an adventure to find out who killed the dog and why the dog was killed. And within that journey he discovers a lot more things which I can't go into great detail about for spoiler reasons.
I'm going to find out who killed Wellington.
Someone killed her dog?
With a fork.
Often in a rehearsal room you have the actors and the director, and we had the director and the movement people from Frantic Assembly. We also had sound people there, lighting people, so they were always working on the show and changing things. The concept being that this is Christopher's brain almost. The set looks like graph paper, and it's like Christopher can sketch all his ideas onto this graph paper. So he conjures all these things. He conjures the sound and the light and the movement to show the audience how he feels inside his own brain, because the dramatic heart of this story is a journey from Swindon to London. So we need to find a way to convey that isn't, oh yeah, I'm in London now. And to do that, Frantic Assembly put together all this incredible movement, which is all adds to this sensory overload. So in rehearsals there was a great deal of sit-ups and push-ups and planks and all this sort of bizarre stuff. Not bizarre, I suppose most people do it just normally for fun, but I don't. So lots of strenuous exercise and lots of falling over and being dropped, and but I think the end result is that we now demonstrate how Christopher is feeling in his head. You know, they're not literal things that are happening. He doesn't run at walls of train stations. That would be really odd. But he just can't manage in the real world, and all of those elements together combine to show how Christopher's feeling. We had a couple of schools that were really good to us and helped us when we were researching autism and Asperger's, and they talk about what it is to be autistic, and you just think, well, I do that. I think like that, and I do these things, and you do notice huge similarities. I mean, that spectrum is so huge. The difference between me and Christopher, and most people and Christopher, is that he's just got the nous to say it out loud. So if he doesn't like you, he'll just tell you. He's a very honest, truthful person. It's a really refreshing, liberating way to play a character and to see the world. There's no subtext to Christopher, really. He just says exactly what he feels, and it's brilliant.
Is this train going to London? I like maths, and also I like outer space, and I like being on my own.
If your friends were going to write a musical about you, what do you think it would be called? Graham hates musicals? Maybe? Sort of like the anti-musical, and it gets taken off after about 2 weeks because no one comes to see it. Why would you? Do you have any dream roles you would like to play? Actually, I've been really lucky. I left drama school 5 years ago, and I wrote a little list, as we were asked to do at drama school, of things we wanted to do or places we want to play, and I've done them all in 5 years. And one of them was Henry VI, which never gets done anyway, the Shakespeare trilogy. And it starts when he's a baby and it finishes when he dies at 49. So I thought, if I ever got a chance, God, who knows what it would be. And I did it last year, and I played Henry VI in all 3 parts. So I played the Globe and I played the National, and now I'm in the West End. Although I quite fancy doing some Chekhov. Anyone? If you could be the opposite sex for the day, what theatre role would you play? God, what a great question. My mum in Curious Incidents of the Dog in the Night Time, or I'd do, like Maxine Peake is doing at the moment, I'd do a female version of Hamlet. Have you had any memorable onstage disasters? Yes, or things that I think of as disasters, and then you ask people afterwards and they don't notice. We had a brilliant one in this, which Sarah Woodward might dislike me for telling you. There's a key, this isn't giving anything away about the play. It's mentioned at the very beginning of the play. Siobhan, as the narrator, says, "Mother died 2 years ago." It's integral to the whole play. It's sort of the very centrepiece of the play, and she forgot. She just didn't mention it. And it's so rapid, this play, and it moves from scene to scene that we couldn't really find a way to squeeze it back in. So we just didn't mention it. If you were going to name a pet after a musical theatre character, what would you choose? Wow. I like really boring names for pets, like Dave or something like that. I think that's really funny. Just me, I think. So I might choose someone from Blood Brothers who have the most prosaic, boring names in the world. I'm not going to go for like Gavroche or something. That would be far too interesting. I'd have a dog and it'd just be called Ed. Ed the dog. I finished my tea. Thank you very much, Wilma. Come watch Curious Incidents of the Dog in the Night Time at the Guilgud Theatre. Tickets available now. It's brilliant. Thank you.